What does Veterans Day mean to you?
Veterans Day means to me to honor all the veterans for them serving our country.
So, why do we celebrate Veterans Day?
To honor the veterans that served our country and to just celebrate them and stuff.
What would you say to somebody who has served for our country?
Thank you for your service, and ask them if they have any stories about the military. If they don't want to tell me, they don't have to.
And then, do you know anybody who served for our country?
My father and his close friends.
What comes to your mind when you hear the word veteran?
When I think of the word veteran, I think of all my uncles who have served. My uncle Ivan, in particular, was a Vietnam vet. He was actually shot by a sniper while giving some chocolate to some children, and he actually died 8 times on the helivac back to Germany. And he just always talked about the importance of patriotism and loving your country, and if called to do so, to serve your country. And at all of our Veteran Day programs when we were young, he would show up and speak, and I was just always very proud of him.
How do you feel when you see people thanking veterans?
I think it's a very nice thing for them to do because, our generation, we get stereotyped a lot for being rude and just not really nice. And so when you see somebody thanking a veteran, you go, that's a pretty nice kid. His parents must have raised him good. Maybe he had a veteran in his family.
So, Eli, what does Veterans Day mean to you?
I see it as a day to honor veterans, people who've served our country, have put their life in the line for our freedom. And then also my grandfather, basically the person who's raised me most of my life, he served in Vietnam, and it's always been a big part of his life, and it's just, I want to kind of thank him for, everything he's done for me, let him know that even though it's kind of affected his life and a lot of stuff happened. And so I just want to know that I still respect him and thank him for what he did for our country.
What comes to your mind when you hear the word veteran?
That's such an amazing question. And I think people of my generation knew those that really went over and fought, like in World War II, and sacrificed and lost their life for our nation. And I think since we haven't had any of those major wars in a while, thank goodness, I don't think other people understand that when you lose a family member or somebody comes back with Agent Orange, what a sacrifice our forefathers made for us to have all the privileges that we do.
Okay, Brielle, so why is it important that we celebrate Veterans Day?
I think that it's important to honor those who have sacrificed their lives to go and fight for our country. It takes a lot of courage, and I think we should show our appreciation for that.
What do you think veterans have taught us about courage and sacrifice?
I think veterans can teach us a lot about courage and sacrifice by showing that they took time away from their families, often with young kids, to go out and really put their lives on the line for our country. And, they might not come back from that, but they always have hope that they're going to win.
What have veterans taught us about courage and sacrifice?
I think they've taught us to be there for our country and I think they taught us to be there for others because they sacrificed themselves for our country.
What does Veterans Day mean to you?
It means a lot to me because someone I basically know as an aunt, she served as a nurse and she came back with a lot of PTSD, a lot of therapy, and it just means a lot that she was able to serve our country and help us.
Okay, so when you hear the word veteran, what do you think of?
Someone who fought and served in our country.
So do you know any veterans?
Yes, I do. My grandpa was a vet, and he served in Vietnam.
Thank you.
What would you say to someone who has served for our country?
I would say thank you for your support and fighting for our freedom.
What is the significance of Veterans Day?
The significance of Veterans Day is to honor all soldiers throughout the years because they put their lives on the line for our country. And so it's nice to give them just a day or a moment to appreciate them.
So, Braylee, what would you say to a veteran who has served for our country?
I'm obviously gonna tell them thank you, but more importantly, I'm gonna tell them that we all appreciate them for everything that they've done for us and for what they've given for us, because a lot of them have given their lives, given family members, and that's just really important for us because now we are able to have our family members.
So, why do we celebrate Veterans Day?
To honor the people that fought for us and gave their lives to get this country free again.
Do you know any veterans?
Yeah, my stepbrother Pierce is active duty in the Marines right now, and yeah.
Do you know any veterans?
I do actually. My nephew, my uncle,
My dad's a veteran. I've got my cousins, so we've got quite a few veterans in our family that are, yes. Yep.
Do you know anybody who has served for our country?
I do, specifically my uncle. He was deployed to Iraq in around 2009, in that range, and he's currently just retired about a couple weeks ago.
Do you know the difference between Memorial Day and Veterans Day?
I do. Memorial Day is you celebrate the soldiers who have died, while Veterans Day is the deceased and still living.
So, Mr. Smith, what does Veterans Day mean to you?
Veterans Day is a day to honor all veterans. Me personally, family members very close to me, my brother and sister-in-law are both retired Air Force veterans, and many other family members, including, if you ever see me around wearing this bracelet, this is a prisoner of war missing in action bracelet. My father's brother, my uncle, who I never met, did not come home from Vietnam. So this is a day to honor him as well, and keep him in memory, as well as all other living veterans.
All right, thank you so much.